All right. Looks like we are up and running and ready to jump in for today's gaming stream. Let me double check everything with audio and then we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm gonna need to double check when we get started if I need to up the volume. Let me put it here. Once there's actually music going on, I'll change it as necessary. Hey, I see we got Red Dragon and Iconic in chat. What's up, folks? Welcome to the gaming stream. Hope your Saturdays are going well. Testing out a different audio setup for gaming stream today. It's the same setup I use for our Beatbox Jam streams. Testing to see if I have a little bit more control over my audio. And hopefully everything is coming in loud and clear. I can do things like adjust my levels on the fly, and if necessary, I can put on effects and do stuff like this. If I want to add reverb, and everything else is playing directly through the loop. So hopefully that'll give me a bit more control over my sound. Hey, Sourlad's here. What's up, Sourlad? Welcome to the stream. All right. Let me know if I need to tweak anything with audio as we go. But what are we doing today? So, as you folks know, I play a lot of Vampire Survivors. I think the next update's dropping tomorrow. There's a good chance we'll be looking at that next week sometime. But I wanted to mix things up a little bit today and take a look at something new. Something I haven't covered here on the channel so far. This game is called Nova Drift, and it is an indie game in early access that was recommended to me most likely because of Vampire Survivors. And this one is a shoot 'em up with roguelite elements. And this one has been in early access for a bit. I don't remember when it came out. I just heard about this recently. But I tinkered around with it during the week, and it's pretty fun. It's kind of challenging, too. And I figured it'd be fun to show this one off for all of you folks. So what kind of game is this? The best way is to just jump straight in. Let me turn all this off. If you've ever played the old school, was it Xbox Live game Geometry Wars, the aesthetic and design of this game is very similar, but it's a wave-based space shooter on a static field, kind of like Asteroids. And I'll explain how everything works as we go. I'm still learning and unlocking stuff, but hopefully this will be interesting for everybody, and I can test the volume levels too if I need to up the music. So we'll go ahead and just jump straight in. And we're dropped straight in on this space tile set. And your controls are really simple in this game. I'm using a mouse and keyboard. A gives you boost. Let's sort of fly around in any direction propulsion-wise. Right click on the mouse fires your weapon. And right away, different colored enemies show up and start trying to ruin your day. And they do give you a number on the waves as things go, which will pop up at the bottom. This is wave 5. Alright, Iconic says sounds good. I'm going to turn my volume down a little bit. The music for this game is kind of an interesting ambient electronic type sound. What kind of a drum and bass beat, and it ramps up as the waves go. The music gets more intense. Sarah Lad says, I think I saw a video about this. I had heard nothing about this game. It was just recommended to me on Steam, and it looked pretty cool, so I picked it up. It's like $9. So less than 10 bucks USD, and pretty decent amount of content for early access. So that's why I wanted to show it off here. All right. So we got enemies popping in. These pink ones shoot beams, pretty dangerous. My life bar is the pink bar at the bottom of the screen, and the blue bar on top is my shields. The shields will deplete first as things sort of impact on it, and then the white bar is cooldown. Once that white bar fills, then my shields start to recharge, and if I take continued hits, then it just completely goes away. And now I'm unprotected. So if we hit space, this is the upgrade screen. Very similar in style like we've seen in Vampire Survivors. It's very possible this game came first, I believe. I think it's been out for a bit. We get a chance to choose from different upgrades and tech for our ship. Let's see. Red Dragon says you can barely see your health bar. Okay, let me resize the window a little bit. It's going to be just at the bottom of the screen. So we drag it up a bit. Now you should be able to see it right above the border of my layout here. So the first thing we get to choose from is our weapon. The sort of bullet shot that we have is not terribly effective. Let's go for salvo. We have 2 upgrades to choose from based on the level we've gotten, and 9 rerolls to just take the pool and reset it, see if we want to get something else. We'll go with salvo so far. Basically, this is a barrage of missiles that fly out and swarm targets, and they replenish over time when you're not firing. So this is a fixed amount of ammo. You have to be a little bit selective on using your weapon. You can't just spam. So we'll go salvo. And for shield, these are different effects for the shield, and they do different things like slow projectiles, shockwave, has sort of a pulse around it. Bastion is a physical barrier in front of your shield. Let's go for something that's going to cover us. Let's go reflect. Enemy shots will bounce off. All right, let me check the visuals. You should be able to see everything now. Here, let me size this upwards a little bit. I have it windowed so I can tab out pretty easily. There, that should be good. All right. So firing salvo, you see this big barrage of missiles that does pretty good focus power or fire. You just need to be careful not to completely get caught without any sort of weapon. These orange worm-looking things are enemy cargo. I'll get either experience or other helpful items by destroying those. They just periodically spawn. And those are hazards. That will wipe me out if I'm not careful. As soon as I get a breather, I'll take a look at my upgrade options. I think we have 1 or 2 levels. You can loop through the other end of the screens by going up or down. You'll pop out the other side. Very Asteroids-esque. Before we take on mini boss, next gear upgrade, we got 6 of them. We change the body of our ship, which changes its innate stats and abilities, which is sort of how you set your build here. Sentinel is sort of a heavy defensive unit. 10% shield resistance, shield effect radius goes up, fires slower. Hull breaker is based around ramming into other ships. But I haven't tried this one yet. Maybe we'll try that later. Basically, instead of relying heavily on gunpowder, you just plow into ships and try and take them out using ramming damage. Firefly gives you these thruster boosts that do damage as you're flying around. You can basically ignite enemies and light them on fire. Oh, I see Iconic redeemed a Rakufaktu. All right. We get the list. How would you like a Persona 4 Rakufaktu? It's too bad Wazi's not here. My favorite character in Persona 4 is Naoto, which I may have mentioned before when we were talking about the fighting game. But I think she's cool. All right. The other body type, Spectre, another one I haven't used. You cloak when you're not firing, and your movement speed goes up, and you get a damage boost while cloaked. Iconic says Naoto and Chie best girls. I absolutely agree, in that order. I could see Naoto's a man of culture too. Cloak rate goes up per level. Firing or moving quickly causes the bonus to diminish. Basically, you stop firing to go into this mode, and it kind of powers up your abilities and shots. Kind of neat. Next one, Engineer. This one relies on constructs, which we'll see as we go, which are different autonomous things you can create that fight with you. I like this one. There's another one that didn't come up in the role here that we'll wait till later to see. But let's go with a minion type build. I'm still trying to figure out optimization in this game, because I've been playing it for very long. So change our shape to Engineer. Now we get our mods. The core tech is ship body, gun, and shields. Mods are actually how you're going to affect your builds and choose how you're going to kind of branch your weaponry or your defensive stuff or your other equipment. And it goes into these different trees. So we've got turret. Allows you to put down a stationary, yeah, it's a stationary, I think, autonomous thing. It just shoots. It's not bad. We got a couple shield bonuses here, but I want to path towards some weapon bonuses. Let's go volley, since we're using swarmer type weapon. And then when we pick an upgrade, it'll re-roll the mods into more selection for us. So we can go for another tree, magnitude, projectile size, weapon damage, blast radius. This is regeneration, which is pretty good. This is your ship's health, not your shields. That's a different path. We'll go regeneration for defense. Rate of fire might not be too necessary since we fire all of our rockets at once. We can go blast radius. That should affect rockets. Focus fire. Minus 40% projectile spread draws your projectiles closer together. I don't know if I want that for rockets. We can go regenerative shields. Adaptive armor gives you these armor stack bonuses whenever you take hits, and it branches into a bunch of sort of reactive defensive options, which is kind of neat. Alright, that was all of our upgrades. So now we have a mini boss, and you can see our ship has changed color and shape. Red Dragon says, oh, this game is 40% off here. Yeah. If it looks interesting after watching me play through it, it could be worth picking up. Alright. First mini boss down. I get those swarmer type ships. Iconic says, so as an alien, is this how space traffic be? Yep. Every time I need to go to and from the planet, this is pretty much what happens. Gotta watch out for Sunday drivers in space. Okay. My rockets will seek out targets too, but I need to be kind of pointed in the general vicinity. Otherwise, they'll just sort of fly off into the ether and miss. And I got 4 of these. Oh. You can see the waves and the sort of bullet patterns becoming very kind of bullet hell-esque, which is... Oh boy, they're using heat lance weapons, alright. I'm gonna die. Yep. Shields were down, and that sort of sword-like weapon is a heat lance, which is one of my favorite weapons to use in this. It goes straight through everything, does damage over time. And that's run 1. As you go and you basically have a score and rank, you unlock new tech, gear, mods, and all sorts of stuff that goes into the pool of upgrades. And if you take a look at your high scores, you can see what your build was when you died. And so my top score has been 123k using the Sentinel, really. Sentinel heat lance, orbiting shields. And so as we take a look at the game today, I want to play around with different combinations of builds and see what enables us to get further and even make it to the first boss. And these are game mods here. I turned them all off just to demonstrate, but if we turn them on, they do different things, like make the waves more difficult or advance faster. But each mod you turn on here boosts your score and boosts your experience, so you level up faster and you gain more score and rank for unlocking stuff. So this is going to make things a lot more difficult, but it'll help us unlock things faster. Especially this one. Enemy territory, you start at wave 12. So you get launched straight in and you don't have any additional upgrades. It just starts a little bit further into the game. That's okay. And we won't sit on upgrades necessarily, at least not for the first couple. We'll go ahead and grab a gun. Let's see, Vortex shoots a sort of slow-moving projectile that creates like a black hole. Sucks stuff in, but it has a really slow rate of fire. Pulse creates a shockwave effect around the ship, so very close range. Grenade shoots out an explosive that detonates in sort of a cluster bomb effect. Split shot, which is pretty useful, is like a fan shape, as it says here. A spread shot, essentially. Let's go with flak. Flak is like shotgun. A series of shard projectiles that shoot out and are more damaging at close range. So let's check out flak first. And for shields, I like the orbital one. You have to be careful not to let stuff pass around the barrier, but it circles your ship and does damage. Next upgrade will be actual ship body, which you can grab here. Okay, so we had Sentinel. This is the heavy defensive one. This is my personal favorite, carrier. Kind of like the engineer one. This one spawns a bunch of autonomous drones on its own that swarm the enemy and do damage. And when you're taking a lot of damage, they will return and heal your shields, which is also pretty nice. Get a rate of fire decrease. All the ships have sort of a positive and negative bonus toward their type, but all of the construct bonuses boost the abilities of carrier. So I'm going to take that one. But we can also explain architect. This is new. I unlocked this one in the last session I played. You can only deploy one construct, but they're super powerful. So if you build into the drone trees or the autonomous assistant ones, they get a huge passive bonus to their effects, but you can only have one. So we'll go carrier. This thing is a little bit vulnerable until you upgrade its abilities. But you can see it starts generating these little ships that will seek out targets and or heal me if I'm already damaged. But this thing starts with, I think, lower base shields and hull, which is my life. So I need to be a little bit careful not to just fly straight into enemy projectiles. Alright, we got hull strength. These are mines, which I haven't really used. Hazards on the field. Targeting. Elegant construction. That builds into the... You can see the other parts of the tree here that unlock as we start it. We can go for elegant construction. This should boost our little drone characters that are flying around. Now, if we wanted to double up on minions, which we can try for this one, this is a different set of drones that automatically generate and fly around and attack things, separate from the ones the carrier has. And we get 2. Try it. And then I gotta go for defense, so we'll go regeneration. Now we have 2 little drones that sort of orbit around the ship, and then we have the party of carrier drones that are going to swarm targets. Like flak, I need to get sort of right up next to things and go for maximum burst damage. Right in the face. Iconic says, cheerleader dance. Hey, Eric's here. Eric says, do a barrel roll. Use the boost to get through. How you doing, Eric? Welcome to the stream. It's like a 50% hit on my shields. And those asteroid comet things just sort of spawn randomly throughout the different waves. Sometimes they'll help you out, but if you're backed into a corner or nearly dead, they'll wipe you out if you're not careful. Alright. 4 upgrades. Priority 0. Every time you kill an enemy, it ups the speed of constructs when you're manufacturing new ones. I need to go for some offense, I think. My gun needs to do more damage. So go magnitude. This should increase the spread. Sort of the power of the shotgun cannon we're using. Now we need to start thinking about synergies for these different builds. Could go ally. This is a separate AI controlled drone that sort of flies around and shoots things. It's not bad. So it's a little more sturdy than the drones. So we can do that. Ooh, payload. Rate of fire down, but damage go up. Yeah, let's do that. shield durability, 20% shield, shield effect radius. Yeah, let's do that and give more of a spread on the shield. Alright, we got a whole posse here. Singularity. Okay. That is an actual black hole, which will pull things in. I want to avoid that or I'll take a ton of damage. And I realized real quickly the first few times that thing showed up that if I try and fly off the edge of the screen and pop out on the other side right next to it, I'll get sucked in and die. Singularities are trouble. Ramming ships. Red Dragon says it's a very fun game. Yeah, this game's concept is pretty simple, but it is decently challenging. This is the first major boss. And now I get to try out the build against this thing. Giant sort of ring with a series of sections that shoot beams, and those white tabs on the inside are the weak points. But I don't have a piercing weapon, so I get to play kind of a game of chicken of going inside the frame and outside, trying to get hits. And now I got true bullet hell patterns. Need to wait for a chance to get inside. This particular boss is why I like using the Heat Lance weapon, since it pierces through holes. We are doing damage to the outer hull of the boss, but it's not taking damage quickly. If we get inside and shoot the weak points, it'll go down much faster. Ooh. Oops. Yeah. Alright, there's one. Took a big chunk off the boss's health. Oh, it's constant damage. And I'm dead. Super mod. I don't think I've seen a super mod pop up yet. These are a different tech tree of upgrades. The super mods appear when their unique requirements are met. I guess you do certain things and these pop up in the upgrades, I guess. Alright, iconic green hydrate. Will do. See if I can get the, I think thermal lance is what it's called. My best run so far has been using that particular weapon. We'll see if we can get it and can demonstrate how that works. See anything new? This is a weapon we took before. There it is. Thermal lance. Like we saw in the first run where I died, it's a focused beam that shoots out of the front of the ship and is persistent and does burning damage and damage over time. But it also goes straight through shields, which is nice. We're gonna go with that. Let's see, what shield do we want? We can go for Halo. This creates a fire shield around you. Iconic says, hydration is important, and so are you. Hydration is important. Hey, new follow from Fishy41. Thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome to the Space Bees, and welcome to the stream. We are checking out Nova Drift. Oh, our ship's orange now, which is probably because of the weapon I took. You can see here, the thermal lance. A straight sword of fire that does very focused damage, and you can just keep it out. So far I haven't seen a downside to just keeping it out the whole time and basically just spearing everything. Fishy says, good to see people playing this game. And color changes based on your shield. Ah, so I took Halo, that's why I'm fiery now. I see. I take it you're familiar with this particular game, Fishy. If so, feel free to drop any helpful hints, 'cause I've only been playing this for a little bit. Fishy says I have a little bit of gameplay time of 600 hours. Okay, so we have a pro. We have a pro in the chat, folks. I will try not to embarrass myself too much because I've only been playing this game for a little bit. Alright, wave 20, first mini boss. You can see the boss's life bar at the top of the screen. It's partly obscured by my layout. But Lance just shoots straight through things. Alright. I'll go carrier again. Fishy says, I got your back when you need help. Alright. I may have to call on you for recommendations. Eric says, we got a pro. Tell me what or who was the Nova Drift? We are the Nova Drift? Guess we'll find out. This game doesn't really have a story mode yet. Okay, let's see. Go carrier. I'm going to go regeneration first. I think I want to path towards elegant construction. I'm going to assume all of the innate bonuses for the carrier type benefit from the construct bonuses as well. I guess Fishy can tell us if they don't. But we'll take regeneration first. Fishy says, if you want to do something interesting, try mines with Lance. Okay, I haven't tried mines yet. Let's see, maybe we can re-roll it. There's mines. Oh, these are considered a construct type too. Okay. Now, real question is, does thermal lance benefit from things like magnitude? I'm assuming this affects the beam. Beam damage. There's a fire bonus one too that's pretty useful. I think that synergizes with the lance. Let's do this. Ooh. Oh, here it is. Fishy says, blast radius and rate of fire effects. Okay, alright. That's good to know. Candescence, burn damage, so my halo shield, and I'm assuming the beam. Fishy says, take loaded mines when you see it. Ah, this is flak damage from mine detonation. Okay. So I'll wait for that one to come up instead of taking mine field. We'll take candescence. Oh, these things. Ooh. Hey, Edward's here. What's up, Edward? Welcome to the stream. Okay, corrosion, damage over time. Fishy says, also thermal lance shoots those little spark projectiles. Those bullets apply vulnerability, which makes its enemies die faster. Yeah, those are the little things coming off of the front of my ship whenever I have the lance out. That's useful for increasing damage. Let's see. I'm gonna boost shields. I think need some defense. I like these horseshoe crab looking enemies. Fishy says, modifications to projectiles doesn't make more lances but more sparks. Oh, okay. Yeah, you only get one beam, but you get more of the vulnerability things with projectile bonuses. Also good to know. There's minefield again. Trying to re-roll for loaded mines. There we go. Number of weapon instances produced by loaded mines is determined by your rate of fire and projectile count. Ah, okay, so I definitely want to up projectile count. Rate of fire and projectile count bonuses synergize with loaded mines. Okay. Okay. Fishy says try deploying mines. Oh, I wasn't aware it was an auto. Okay. Let's see. We'll take priority 0 for... I don't know if this affects how fast I get my mines back, but we can take it for all of our carrier drones, I guess. What's retribution? 15% of max hull, you automatically deploy a mine. Actually, that sounds pretty interesting. Oh, these are super mods? I didn't even realize these were down here. Can I pick these at any time? Fishy says, all construct mods affect your little buddies. Okay. We'll take priority 0 first. Oh, I see. I guess this is the final tier of the mine tree, which gives me access to some of these. If someone wants to explain the super mod thing, I haven't actually encountered that yet, but all right, we'll do this. Projectile velocity, blast radius. Ah, payload. We'll go for damage. Alright, there's our mod. Or our mine, rather. Whoa. That's crazy. That's a huge hazard thing on the field. Nice. Did I get 2 of them? I get 2 of them. Okay, that's pretty cool. Good recommendation. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, that's a rocket turret. Alright, Fishy says, super mods are wild mods which appear on the mod pool during a run if certain conditions are met. So I'm going to assume if I get certain upgrades that unlock super mods, then they pop up. So like I said, I just need to keep an eye out for ones that look like they'll benefit my build. Alright, let's take Retribution. Now, if I get Retribution, does it automatically unlock a super mod, or do I have to physically unlock it next time? I guess we'll find out. Oh boy, yep, I'm dead. Okay. I like that mine thing with the fire. That's pretty cool. Fishy says you don't have to take them. You also need to take Rapid Reconstruction mod, which is in the regen tree. Okay. I think I want to stick with the Lance Carrier and mine build. Unless, yeah, I'll kind of experiment around. Oh, thought I turned that on. Since that's the first time I've taken mines, having the big fiery wheel of death is kind of useful. So we'll try and gun for the same build again. Fishy says I can recommend a good mine build. Yeah, feel free to drop suggestions. If I don't see them right away, then because I'm going to be doing probably a lot of runs back to back, then I can always try and work in the suggestions on the successive runs. And Fishy says the architect body is good for mines. Okay. I will see if I can get it. I'll go Halo again. Whoops. I thought I only had 2. Well, I'm dead anyway. Alright. That's going to happen a lot. Alright, we'll see if we can roll for the architect one. I'm kind of curious to see what optimizes well with mines. So we'll try and grab that one when it comes up. For Halo again. Fishy says you can turn off challenge modes if you feel it's too hard. No one's judging. That's true, but you unlock stuff faster when you're playing challenge modes, right? We'll see. I do want to try and make progress, so I might toggle them on and off. Okay, Sentinel. There's Architect. Okay, so we can go Architect into Mines. Got Mines right here. Oh. Not good. Let's tank my entire shield. Fishy says, Architect can deploy only one mine at a time, so be careful. But a very strong singular mine. Okay. So we can go for loaded mines or Fire Wheel of Death. If we have mines stocked. And we get the construction bonuses, we can drop them more frequently, I assume. No, I need to aim that better. Alright, let's go regeneration. Magnitude. Elegant construction, I'm assuming, is going to be good for our mine production. Fishy says, Architect has self-detonate ability so you can manually explode your mines. Is that with the same button as the deployment? I guess I can test it. Yep, I think that's what that is. Okay, so I can pop it. But only when it's gonna take things out and it's a radius, I guess. Oh, and it'll just stay until it detonates. I guess it'll detonate if something hits it, or if I pop it, or if it just times out. Oh. Uh-oh. I hit Q instead of A to move out of the way of that. Alright. Okay. Architect build with singular mines. That's easier to manage. Let's see if we can go for that again. Alright, Fishy says, all enemies vary between 3 types. Common elite champion, tough enemies mean more XP. And one of the toggles I have increases the spawn rate of the stronger enemies, I think. So they show up more frequently. I think that's how I read that. I'm gonna get better at dodging. Thyrolerodine hydrate. Alright. Okay, we'll go Architect again. Start working towards mines. Laconic says the red is real pretty. Yeah, I like the fire color scheme. That red orange. It's a neat look. Oh, no. Need to dodge better. Alright, I guess we can gun towards mines initially. Loaded mines. Ah, I wasn't paying attention to my life again. Fishy says, also while firing, regen works at 80% efficiency, and especially on lance, your turn speed and thrust gets lowered. Okay, so I guess I want to drop my beam if there's nothing actively on screen for me to shoot at. Alright, we'll do the same thing. Fishy says, I also recommend the weapon Railgun. It's one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game. I have fiddled around the Railgun a little bit. It's very, very powerful, but you have to be careful how you aim. It's not like a rapid fire weapon. More like a sniper rifle. See if we can get further. Right in the projectiles, yeah. Alright. Alright, let's go magnitude. Mines. Go defense and go regeneration. Elegant construction, then keep an eye out for loaded mines next. There it is. Yeah, that's really cool. And that added fire damage just in a big area of effect. It's pretty handy. I dig it. Fishy says, taking damage while your shield is down is very dangerous. Evading can buy you some time. The more you wait, the more enemies come. Yeah, I need to get better at dodging. I suck at dodging. We'll get there. I'm assuming all of the buffs to my weapon, the things like damage, projectile size, or rate of fire, also transfers to my mines. If not, I still need the damage. Oh, we can... If we take Retribution with the Architect body, will it deploy another mine even if we can only do one at a time normally? Or am I still locked to having one on the field? That would be a good question to know. Because if I can't get 2 out, if I take a strong hit, then I don't think Retribution is going to be that useful. Okay, Rapid Reconstruction. That was one that was recommended, I think. Even though I lose my shield if I do that. Fishy says, your shield and health regen scales with your max hull and shield. And if you take Retribution, your already deployed mine gets detonated and it drops another one. Okay. Oh, I see it right here. I'm gonna go with Incandescence first. Let's see. Rapid Reconstruction. We'll try it out here, so we're gonna lose our shield if we do this. Our base passive regen rate is higher. But basically, we just need to be careful about taking direct hits now. What determines how fast that mine spins? Is that fire rate? No, I'll get wrecked. Fishy says, constructs have their own turn rate stat. Okay. Certain mods will affect turn rate. Got it. Okay, what do we got? Blast radius, skirmish, improved thrusters. Fishy says, I recommend taking charge shot. I don't think I've ever taken that with the lance. Charging improves total weapon damage, projectile velocity. For weapons that charge innately, charge shot increases charge rate along with any charge costs, huh? Okay. Or take a mobility hit while charging. Alright. Assuming all these shield upgrades aren't going to matter if you're using Rapid Reconstruction. We go max hull, since that's all we've got. Let's see. Also, recommendation for burst fire, which we have not seen. There's volley. I know I've seen burst fire. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Blast radius is good. Okay, we can take blast radius. Oh, rapid fire. Rapid fire is burst fire. Tree. Okay, got it. It's down here. Let's go blast radius for the mines. Again, just experimenting around with builds. Seeing what works. Wow, look at that. That's pretty awesome. Maybe now we can get the burst fire tree. Yeah, Fishy saying overall radius is bigger. Yeah, I could tell. That's a noticeable difference. All right, we're making progress. Got efficiency. All right, we'll take rapid fire. Oh, now we got the boss. Oh, now the thing has 5 points. Man, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage over time. Wow. It's gonna make this boss a lot easier to handle. Wow, what a joke. Alright. Good recommendations from the homie in chat. Fishy. Iconic says, got to go, forgot to do some chores. Hope you have a great time rest of your stream. Always cheering you on. Thanks, Iconic. Thanks for stopping by, dude. We'll catch you later. Fishy says, also deploy mines whenever you can. Yeah, that definitely seems like a good idea. Okay, burst fire, weapon fires, rapid 3-round burst, 20% rate. Okay, that's gonna affect our mines, I assume. Wow, look at that. It takes almost the entire screen. That's awesome. Ow. Basically, the name of the game is to try and have one of those things covering the screen at any given moment. I see. Uh-oh. Alright. We're good. Ah, singularity. Fishy, is there any significance to going into those, or are they just a hazard that do a ton of damage? Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. Okay, Fishy says the singularities are just a hazard. Good to know. That's what I thought. I've just been avoiding them. I got bounced right into one that last round. Hey, Pink's here. Pink says this game looks wild. Yeah, this game is pretty interesting. Thankfully, I've got some really good coaching here on what to do. Basically, a roguelite shoot 'em up with a lot of really cool upgrade paths and build options. Okay. Let's see. Fishy says, I recommend taking mobility mods. Things that'll help stabilization. Ooh, absorption. Plating boost. Plating reduces hull damage by a flat value. Juggernaut. This increases ship size, makes you a tank essentially. Also, Fishy says that enemy is called Bulwark. It'll absorb damage in return. Oh, is that what that big burst in front is? I'm going to shoot it from behind. Alright. We'll go stabilization. Let's see. 8 rerolls. Improved thrust. Agility. Ooh, rotation speed. Rotation speed sounds pretty useful. I'm gonna go for that. How about corrosion? Is that going to be an additional DOT boost on our mines? Okay, high explosive is also very good. All right. Fishy says corrosion is not that good with lance. Okay. Noted. Calibration. Oh, high explosive. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty useful. Rupture. Enemies rupture when destroyed, dealing blast damage to nearby targets. Rupture damage equal to 3% of the destroyed enemy's max hull. I'm assuming that means elites and bigger enemies are going to do a bigger concussive radius. Let's see. Thrust. Volley. Splinter. Rupture sounds like it's pretty useful. I guess I'll take that for now. And I'll take absorption. Seems like it's good defense. Okay. Fishy says when you kill a tank enemy, it means it's screen clear because of the size. All right, yeah. That sounds good to me. Oh. Let's try and stay away from that this time. Nope. Okay. So I need to get behind that enemy. And not be in front when it does that. There we go. Ah. Oh. Like, that's a lance. I realized that a little too late. Fishy says you can always screen warp to dodge. It's very useful. I have never used that. Is that a command? Fishy says that was a counter lance. I got outlanced. Ooh, new high score though. Second from the top. Ah, okay. Screen warping is passing through the sides or top of the screen to loop. Got it. Yeah, need to get better at dodging in general. Oof. Alright. Alright, let's check out Railgun. This will be a different build type, I guess. So we'll see what synergizes with the Railgun. High velocity, long range projectile. Penetrates targets, which creates shrapnel damage. Alright. We will rely on our resin expert Fishy about how to synergize with Railgun. Cool weapon, you just have to aim it very carefully because it's a singular shot. Ow. Pay a lot closer attention. Alright. Fishy says, first of all, you need all the velocity you can get. Second of all, you want to be away from enemies when you aim and take assault body. Okay. That body has the ability to shoot a critical shot, which does a ton of damage. Okay. So the railgun does more damage if you're moving. Moving at a higher speed. Is that the way I read that? I guess we can go orbital. Assault body. Rate of fire, projectile, spread, projectile velocity. Can't talk. Okay, weapons inherit your velocity. Got it. So if I shoot things on the run with the railgun, does that mean it's doing more damage? Oh. Alright. Let's see. Damage numbers can be turned on in settings. Yeah, I'm surprised that's off by default. There we go, damage numbers. I guess this will tell us if we're doing more damage based on how we're moving. Okay, so how do we want to build when we're using Railgun? I'm assuming if velocity affects its power, turning or getting velocity boosts are going to be good for Railgun. What about blast radius or rapid fire? Oh, I'm assuming velocity, rate of fire are good for Railgun. Okay. Go rapid fire first. Upgrade into burst fire. And charge shot when it comes up. It is. Well, that's a new one. Siege weaponry. Total rate fire increases. Consecutive shots. Okay. I'm gonna grab regeneration. And we need to keep an eye out for charge shot. Which tree is charge shot? Oh, down here. That's right. So magnitude. Alright. Whoa. Yeah, that's a rapid fire shot. Okay. Yeah, I see why. I see why that's recommended. I see you, fishy. Ooh, alright, let's not do that. Okay, assuming payload. Actually, I don't know. What's better, splinter or payload? Primary projectiles, splinter, and weaker projectiles on impact. Payload definitely better. Okay. Velocity, projectile velocity. Okay, there's that one. There's payload. Well, that just shreds everything. Wow. I thought you can only have single fire with the railgun. That is very effective. Alright. Still need to be careful. Aw. I'm gonna say, as long as nothing runs into me. Okay. So that was railgun. Interesting. I want to try that again. Okay, homing tree. Oh, come on. All right. I'll try and remember what I spec'd into and do that for this run as well. Assuming I don't die first. Oh, that's not good. All right, mulligan. Shields like warp or temporal are very good for defense with assault. Okay. I have not tried warp yet. Maybe we can do that on this run. It's not that. Okay, temporal. That's the slow projectile one. Alright. We'll try temporal. Get out of here. Okay, assault body. I just noticed the temporal is purple. That's cool. I really like the design style of this game. The ships and the enemies have a really simple and yet really cool geometric style, which I dig. Oh, I saw the critical hit there. It did 668? Yeah, that must be the crit. Okay, so we went magnitude into payload. We had rapid fire. We'll get first. Burst fire. Alright. That's the multi-shot. A lot of, wow, it's really focused damage. Alright. Kind of difficult to hit smaller targets, which I'm assuming that's what I need to those other projectile size upgrades for. Whew. Okay. Fishy. Oh man. Wasn't paying attention. Fishy recommends homing tree. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for homing. That is targeting tree. Is this homing strike? Is this the one you're talking about? Okay, targeting. Got it. Targeting into homing strike, I'm assuming. That's what we want. Don't take guidance. All right. You can get magnitude. With magnitude payload to charge shot, right? Blast radius. If you want AoE, so concussive bursts. I don't think did we do this last time? I have a really bad memory. All right, let's take a look. All right, yeah, I'm seeing the radius there. Okay, homing strike. Attack with a singular smaller weapon projectile from each of your broadsides. Alright. Let's see what that looks like. Convergence. +2 projectiles. Further improves targeting. I'm going to assume we want convergence. That sounds pretty useful. Make all of our stuff focus on the target. Alright, let's do it. Whoa. Oh, man. Oh. Son, that's Race Storm. Wow, that's really cool. I like that. Nope. Get off me. Okay, I see why you recommended homing now, Fishy. That's pretty sick. I like it. Concentrated blast. That drops blast radius though. Alright, velocity. Yeah, projectile speed. High explosive for blast radius, I'm assuming. It's pretty useful. Ooh, efficiency. Not firing, regen up. Considering how often I get hit. Let's see, I'll go high explosive and maybe try and get regeneration. Oh, snipe? Yeah, that sounds pretty useful for a railgun. We'll do that. I guess we'll wait for charge shot. Well, there's efficiency. Okay, Fishy says you want all those red ones there. I guess we'll have to cycle them back in. Grab efficiency. Incendiary Strike. Targets hit by your weapon are ignited for 125% of hit damage, huh? There's Rupture. Warpath. How's Incendiary Strike? Good for melting bosses. Alright. Let's do it. Jesus. Oh, speaking of a boss. I'm hitting the weak points just by firing directly into it. That's pretty nutty. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yep. That was pretty efficient. This thing has killed me a few times. Get out of here. Alright, where are we going next? Conversion. I'm gonna go for regeneration. Oh, skirmish? What does skirmish do? Fire weapon, crash damage. Life steal? Blitz. Terminate. Okay, so let's start with skirmish. Oh, down here. Sap. Oh, that's a life steal. Got it. So everything in the skirmish tree is good, eh? Alright. Ah. Yeah, that homing upgrade is awesome. Which is good, because I suck at aiming. Ow. You got a lance, all right. Blitz. Targets take at full hull take 20% damage from weapon hits and crash damage. Okay. Like a pierce? Alright, what we got here? Stabilization was good before, right? Agility. We didn't get power reserves. Strafe. Oh, that's pretty useful. Alright, we'll go stabilization, then keep an eye out for the skirmish ones next round. Alright. A lot of stuff on the screen. Mortar. Mines deploy at high velocity when you fire. Okay, super mod. Let's see, we could turn off some of these. Let's try that. Fishy says, if you say I want all the damage, try the same build with Amp Shield. Alright. I don't think I've used Amp Shield before. But that last run definitely changed my opinion of the Railgun. Definitely see the potential. Uh-oh. Siphon. Oh, that's new. Fishy says, after you take charge shot, it gets 10 times better. Alright. Let's try Amp. While Amp is active, 20% thrust total weapon damage is boosted for each threat inside shield effect radius. Okay. Alright, so stick with assault body. I got hyper power up. That works. Alright, let's see. Okay, targeting. I'm gonna get that sooner this time. And homing strike. Ow. Alright. So I'm assuming we want to spec into the rapid or burst fire ones to get more projectiles. I like how the weapon just pierces through everything. We can keep an eye out for magnitude and velocity. Or we can go straight ahead to convergence. Let's do that. I have a rough memory of what Fishy recommended in the last run. So I'll try and prioritize all of that stuff. Try and avoid getting sucked into the black hole. Black holes suck your XP. Okay, good to know. Zero reason to get sucked into a black hole. Got it. Oh, a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes. Get off me. Velocity. We got regen. Snipe. Snipe is pretty effective. I guess we want blast radius too. Alright. I like the sort of pinkish magenta hue on amp. I'm gonna assume all the different respective shields have their own color palette. Whoa. Creates a neat effect. Aw. I wasn't paying attention in my life. Alright. Railgun builds are fun. We'll do that for another one. Maybe I'll go back to the mine build too. Mess around with that some more. Alright, those are hazards. Fishy says, the big shield enemy is called Eclipse. Whatever you do not get close. The shield can retaliate when it gets hit. Yeah, I saw the spikes popping out every time things would impact off the shield. Shield also has damage. It also damages you when destroyed. It'll shoot the middle core, which does 5 times damage. Alright. Noted. Gotta make it back there. Out here. Alright, we'll go rapid fire targeting velocity. Getting that multi-projectile setup seems like a pretty good idea. I was working well last time. It seems like prioritizing offense is better than prioritizing defense, at least for this build. Alright, there's burst fire. Give me that cargo. Fishy says, offense is the best defense in this build. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that impression. Go blast radius. We'll spec into skirmish eventually. I think I'm gonna go for. Let's see, where is. Go magnitude. There's another one. Homing strike. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, we'll go magnitude first. There it is, homing strike. All right. Efficiency? Yeah, we'll go efficiency. Oh, get off me. Whoa, alright. Get my shield back. All right. A little bit tougher to get position for the weak point. Okay, Fishy says you should upgrade, I think, for the boss. All right. Which one has charged shot? Oh, we can go snipe. Nah, guidance we don't want. Incendiary Strike is good boss killer, right? We'll do that for this one and see what we can spec into after this. Boy. Ow. Alright, there we go. Direct hits. Whoops. Alright. Well, we're in there now. It's not trying to suicide run that, but alright. Uh-oh. Fishy says don't stand in front. Yeah. Need to get better at circling around. Okay, convergence. Take convergence. I'll start with skirmish too. This one, we need to get around and attack from behind. Yeah, alright. I understand. This is the one I want to not shoot from the front, right? Yep. Alright, let's try and avoid doing that. Nice. Okay, siege weaponry we have not taken yet. Probably start boosting some of my shields. Let's do this. Payload. Terminate. Not taking this one yet either. But everything in this tree is good, right? Targets at less or than or equal to 12% of their maximum hull are destroyed by weapons or crash. So basically quick kill. Alright. Yeah, Fishy says. Terminate is basically 12% less enemy HP. Got it. Alright. We'll take regeneration for defense and then focus on offense after that. Oh, another one? And these ramming ships. Effective. Fishy says those bulwark enemies can one-shot you if you give enough charge. Yeah, I could see how filling up the shield and then having it blast you all at once would take you out. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Oh well. Yeah, I didn't mean to take that one. I'll try and get charge shot next. We could see what that does since I have not made it to charge shot yet. And Fishy says it's strong. Alright, 16 rerolls. Alright, charge shot. Hold fire to charge weapon. Okay. Let's see what that does. Whoa. I see. A huge burst that unleashes all at once. That is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, calibrate. Keep an eye out for calibrate next. Is this the thing that killed me last time? Yep, that's a lance. Well. Wow. That's bananas. Okay, calibrate. So we'll calibrate and essence sap in the skirmish tree, right? All right. There it is. Recovery on hit, 1%, 10% maximum hull. All right. Whoa, what's with the big numbers? Okay, so Fishy says Essence Sap is regen and I have, or Life Leech and I have no passive regen. Okay, so as long as I hit stuff, then I can recover damage. Man, something is just absolutely shredding everything. Is that calibrate? Dang, son. Try killing multiple things at once. Railgun pierces good. Yeah, it does. Jesus, okay. Let's see. Is siege weaponry worth taking? Yeah, so lack of mobility while firing a volley, right? So basically like tank mode. You charge very fast with siege, but take hull damage. Oh, ramping stealth. Oh yeah, I don't want that. That would kill me, because I'm really bad at paying attention. Focus shields. We can go for agility. Better turn. Splinter. Blitz. Blitz is good, right? Okay, I guess we're going to focus on offense here. Kinetic boosts. Regenerative shields. Let's see what else we got. How about Splinter? Splinter sounds like it would synergize pretty well with our weapon loadout. But actually, I don't think I want the drop in rate of fire. Power reserves. Mobility up. Alright, we'll go for thrusters if we're going for mobility. Ow, wow. Took my shields out very fast. Out here. Okay, that's new. Guess we want to keep distance. Looks like it's spitting out mines. And it's dead. Died? Wow. Right. Strafe. Streamline. Oh, that makes my ship smaller. I guess we can go strafe. Deadly wake, thruster burn. Okay. I guess. How's adaptive armor? Alright, Fishy says shield cooldown. Yeah. Considering how often I get hit, it's a good idea. Okay, it's a lot of stuff on the screen. She says one of my favorite tracks is playing in the background. I like the soundtrack in this game. It's very cool. Alright. What we got next? High explosive? Why not? Bigger concussive radius? Sounds good to me. Oh, that's new. I think it's a decent amount of life. All right. Oh boy. All right, don't stand in front of that. Was that your favorite boss, Fishy? Yeah, that thing messed me up. Jeez. All right. New high score though. Nice. It seems like my walls tend to be the counter version of my weapon loadouts. That last one, the lance. This one has counter railgun. All right. Definitely like the railgun builds. I'll try to do one more with that and then maybe switch. Before we do that, I'm going to go refill my water bottle. So I'm going to go on mute for a sec and I'll be back in 1 sec. All right. I have acquired more water. Okay. Oh. I'm going to turn a couple more of the mods. And we'll keep working with our railgun builds. I kind of want to see if I can just progress farther. And then maybe we'll switch after this to something else. See, Fishy's got... Whoops. Well, should probably pay attention and not look at the chat when I'm not paused. But Fishy says, I have tons of builds for you. Alright. I'll probably focus on a couple ones that I gravitate towards. And then, as I get through the game, branch out. I like the mine one. The construct mine build. It's pretty fun. And these beam enemies give me trouble. Hey, Apathetic Potato resubscribed. Thanks for the resub, Potato. Potato says, hello there, I had to call out from work today because I'm a sickly potato. It sucks, dude. Hope you feel better. If you feel so inclined, feel free to hang out. I am checking out a new game today on stream here. This is Nova Drift. And that is a new weapon, Torrent. Deploy a close range, widespread, rapid fire lattice of energies, looks like tentacles. That looks like it could be fun to mess around with. We will stick with Railgun since that's readily the one we've been working on, and I kind of know what to build towards for this one. Let's see if we can make some progress. Alright, shields. Amps seem to work decently. I'll work with temporal some more. I only did that once. We go assault body.
Money on my mother, mine. Cop 5 haircuts at the same time. White gold pants, jet ski made of wine. Foie gras bust of Albert Einstein, get money.
Man, my alerts are way delayed today. The resub alert from Potato just popped for like 2 minutes. I don't know why it took so long. I wonder if that's an elements thing. Alright. You can see that small swarmer type enemies are a bit more of an annoyance until you get the shot upgrades with Railgun. Okay, we'll go rapid fire. I want those multiple shots. Out here. Okay, calibrate. I should actually read this. This seemed to do good things last time. We'll go for burst and maybe go calibrate next. And definitely gonna gun for charge shot. That was a good get. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Alright. We're live. Whoops. Alright, well that works. Oh, no, get off me. Oh, another one? Well, they said it'd be more frequent. No, 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 no. Get out of here. Ooh. Alright, we want convergence. Keep an eye out for charge shot next. Alright. Some good damage. So based on the way the ship power-ups work, I could pair a build like this with the mines and have mines shooting out railguns, right? How effective is that? It seemed like if you had a bunch of mines spraying out a bunch of homing projectiles, that'd be pretty decently strong. Fishy says, rail mines are not that effective, but pulse mines are very good. I will keep that in mind. Snipe. Go blast radius, then try and get Incendiary Strike. Yep, we got the charge. I am definitely a believer in the strength of that power up. Good lord. Case in point. Sitting on top of the death beam is probably not a good idea, though. Alright. That was unfortunate. But let's switch builds. And go back to mines. We go architect mines. Mess around with that build some more. So we go thermal lance. I'll check out that tentacle build. Maybe we'll do that after this. Tentacle mines? Is that a thing? Okay. Fishy says, mines only work with certain weapons. So I'm gonna assume tentacle mines aren't a thing. Okay, architect. Okay, they're a thing, but not that good. Got it. Whoops. She says you should enable wild meadow mode after this. Oh, the roguelite mode. So I'm assuming it does stuff to the pool of mods and stuff that can be unlocked. Yeah, I'll turn it on. I haven't messed around with that mode at all. It seemed like it'd be more difficult. We can try it. I'm down. Alright, now we got loaded mines. Hey, Draft Swine's here. What's up, Draft? Welcome to the stream. We are checking out Nova Drift today. That's going well. I've learned some really helpful tactics from our resin expert Fishy on how to play this game better. Alright, let's see. I gotta remember what we were gunning for with this particular build. Project velocity. I can't remember if velocity synergizes at all with the current build. Draft says, hanging out while on my break. And Draft asks, Fishy a god at Nova Drift? According to Fishy, they have 600 hours. Like they mentioned there. So yeah, I'd say we have an expert. And Draft says, why do I have an overwhelming urge to play Spore? I thought about playing that on stream. I have not ruled it out. I might spend too much time in the creature creator though. Alright, we'll go magnitude. Payload. We'll get our massive fire wheel mines on the field. Get off me. All right, let's see. Go for skirmish tree is going to be effective at all. We could still use the sap abilities with Lance, I'm assuming, right? Let me give that a try. I will go burn damage. Oh, charge. Charge is good with Lance? Okay, I'll get it next time. In fact, I'll try and reroll for it. What about calibrate? Calibrate work with everything? Velocity doesn't affect Lance, only the sparks. Okay, got it. Saturation fire. I guess I'll take calibrate. Seems like it was pretty effective before. Graph says, don't y'all love when doctors scare you when they don't need to? No. That sounds terrible. Oh, that was close. What we got? Still no charge shot. There it is. Okay, so what does this do with the lance? Blast radius. That only affect. That doesn't affect the lance itself, right? Oh, it does? Oh, okay. Well, it's still good. All right, we'll take blast radius. Incendiary strike? Boy. I did not realize that thing was doing damage over time until I was dead. Shame, too, because I really wanted to see what that build was going to do. All right. So, Wild Metamorphosis. Rogue light experience, strange and unpredictable mods, rerolls are halved. Alright, let's try that and see if we can get Lance again. And maybe I can try not to completely stuff the run a couple minutes in. Pulse mines. Fishy recommends pulse mines? Okay. Bet we can do that this time. This is the close contact weapon. What's a good shield to pair with pulse? Amp? I'm gonna assume amp could be useful. Damage further boosted for each threat inside shield effect radius. If things are close, seems like it'd be useful. But we'll try it. I will rely on Fishy for the recommendations on pulse upgrades as we go. Yeah, this is a concussive blast around my ship, so I gotta get close to things in order to do damage. Seems decently potent. We're basically doing a rushdown build. go architect. Charge shot radius. Okay. Oh, what's that? Rare wild mod, Death Blossom. If your shield breaks while it protects you, trigger Death Blossom. Shoot the 360 spread all the way around, huh? Okay, so now we got new wild mods from the Metamorphosis mode. Rampage. Global damage, hull and shield. You gain constant added thrust power, recursive. This mod be taken multiple times, huh? Death Blossom's cool. Alright. So we're keeping an eye out for blast radius and charge shot again. Okay, I'm seeing pretty good damage. Okay, mines. Here's blast radius. I guess we'll do that and then go for mines next. Ooh, that's trouble. All right. Ultra rare wild mod, Quantum Decoherence. Plus 5 levels, you lose all rerolls and can never gain more. That doesn't seem very useful. That seems like a huge gamble. Energized shields. Yeah, because she says rerolls are important. That makes sense. Energized shields. Shield power is increased by current speed. 5% faster cooldown. Minus 5% rate of fire. Minus 5% assembly speed. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Let's reroll. Concentrated blast. Elegant construction seems useful for a mine build. I think I'm going to go with that. Faster mines. Okay, Fishy says, let's give you the mortar super mod. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it next time. See what it requires. So you gotta die first. Seems like you do kind of like a bulldozer build with this. Can you do hull breaker with pulse and just run into things? Blow them up? What we got? Scorching Wake. Okay. Thruster firepower. Let's see, magnitude. Yep, I guess we're gonna go for charge shot here. What am I looking out for in order to get that super mod? Or mortar. What's that? Grandeur. Plus 2 levels, 8% crash, 8% size, crash damage. Huh. This is kind of like a hull breaker one. Fishy says hull breaker is like you become the railgun bullet. Yeah, you basically try and steamroll everything. Makes you larger. Okay. Outrage module. When you take a hull hit equal to or exceeding 15% of your maximum hull, you automatically fire an empowered attack. Hyper metabolism, rather. 45% regeneration rate. That seems pretty good. 15% of your maximum hull and shields are reserved and can't be recovered. Okay. Anything of note here in the wild mods? She says, funny fact, if you take 7 hypermetabolism, you instantly die. Okay, well, we don't want that. Let's see what else we got. Propulsive munitions. 180 degrees to your weapon firing angle. 50% total weapon damage. Plus 7% projectile size. Adds weapon recoil. Cannot affect weaponry deployed by mine constructs. Oh, okay, well, we're going to go loaded mines. Now, there's a lot of new ones here. Energized shields. Shields increased by speed. Okay, we saw that. Heavy caliber. 7% weapon damage and projectile size. Okay. You need Overseer mod for mortar. Overseer. Which I do not see. Guess we got nothing here. Only have 2 rerolls left. Evolutionary niche. There's a lot to read here. I missed the high explosive message, Fishy. I'll keep an eye out for it. Let's see. Evolutionary. Alright, well. That's what I got. Body gear, unique powers improved by 10%. Ah, I see. Alright. We'll go high explosive. Okay, so with loaded mines, it doesn't automatically deploy the pulse thing, but it has a bigger radius when it goes off. Yeah, okay. Got it. Ow. Seems... Uh-oh. Lame. Pulse projectiles. Yeah. Concentrated damage is good. A bit more active than... Ow. The Lance one. Okay. We're going to go projectile size for payload. Or these other ones. Defiance. Defense stats. Discord. Orbs of Discord. These are passive projectiles. Polar inversion. I think I gotta go payload. And I think... Let's see. Blast damage, blast radius, nah. Slipstream, 7% thrust rotation speed, 7% friction down. I guess we can try that. I only have one reroll left. I guess I need to get my mines to go off inside. Oh, Pink's taking off. Later, Pink. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you later. Okay, that's pretty good damage. Alright. Oh, my mine's automatically deploying? Okay, just better be careful about that. Oh, mine says you can. Fish says you can enable that in settings. Oh, auto deploy mines. It's not on. So I guess it's redeploying every time I detonate. Yeah, that's why. Okay, that's fine. And it's dead. Nice. Ooh, all right. It's bad time for that. Hey, that guy gets sucked in. Yeah. Wrecked. Okay, what else we got? Double tap. Burst fire. Rate of fire. Okay. Evolutionary niche again. Okay. Take it again when you see it. And it stacks. Okay. Pulse mines seem to be a bit more active versus passive, but they're pretty strong. I do like the big radius of concussive damage. Alright, let's see. We need charge shot, right? Turret specialist. I've not really done much with turrets. We could do rupture. I'm assuming rupture is affected by my radius and blast effect power-ups. Okay. 2 rerolls. Okay, then she says specialist mod. I will keep an eye out. Yeah, we go hull. I need all the defense I can get. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Wow. Ah. Okay, the wild mods definitely add some interesting things to the mix. Let's see. Look at the time. We're coming up on 3 hours. Let's do one more run for the day today. I think I will go back to Railgun for the final one. We'll see if we can make forward progress. And this will be the last one for the day. And I'll try and use everything that Fishy has taught me to be successful here. Maybe next time we can check out things like Torrent. Fishy says, make me proud. I can't promise that I won't die stupidly. If I end the run too quickly, then I'll try again. But let's see if we can at least approach the high score we set before. Whoops. Did not mean to double click. Oh well. Since this game is in early access, how often does it get an update and new content? Okay, Fishy says there's a wild mod called Twin Strike. You should take it when you see it. Okay. Bravado. Base gear stats improved by 10%. Body gear, unique powers improved by 15. Enemies encountered are always either elites or champions. That seems challenging. Spontaneous generation. Enemy is killed. You'll spawn a construct from its wreck. That could be interesting with a minion build, I guess. Defiance. Alright. Blast radius. Targeting. But yeah, I'm curious to see as this game continues development, how often it gets updated. Ow, come on. Fishy says, it is getting very big updates recently. Since it's one person making the game, it does take some time, but he says rushing updates is never a good option. Yep, that makes sense. But spoilers for the future upgrade, going to add new bosses. That's cool. I will definitely be keeping this one on my radar. I guess we can go hypermetabolism. Regenerate. Alright, no. Fishy says for early access, there's so much to offer. Yeah, less than $10 too. This game was pretty cheap. I've been mentioning it earlier, but I play a lot of Vampire Survivors on this channel, and it's neat to see these early access games that have tons of content for their price point. And that's why I was even recommended this one on Steam. So I'm glad I checked it out. Suck at it, but can always get better. I like the idea of having open-ended options for builds and strategies so you can choose different ways to play the game. It's definitely adds a lot of replay value, strategy. Get out of here. Burst fire. Galvanic outburst. When you take a shield hit, you discharge a bolt of energy in direction. Okay. Let's go regeneration. Oh, singularity. Homing strike. What's the actual end of the game? What I died on wave 100 against that new blue boss that one time. But when's the quote-unquote final boss of this? Is it tied to a wave or time? I see Fishy's shouting out the Discord for this game. I have to check that out too. See what community people are talking about. Right now, there's no end, so it just keeps going. But this is going to be a campaign, final boss, and ending. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Propulsive munitions, chaotic ambition, scorching wake. I guess we can go thrusters. Now we want magnitude. Yeah. Got another one. Oh, alright. Watch out for beams. Fishy says, want to guess my highest score? I'm gonna probably say hundreds of millions, given you've played this game for 600 hours. So let's say 600 million? Okay, Fishy says it's impossible to go that high. 5 million. Oh, come on. Alright. Highest is 6.2, so it's a 6. That's pretty good, man. Alright. Go velocity. Having less rerolls is definitely a challenge. Can't just sit there and stack a whole bunch. I'll probably mess around with the regular mode and the metamorphosis mode until I learn more builds and more strategies. Thought I could kill it in one more volley. Oh boy, or I could just die. Fishy says, game only gets better the more you play it. I believe it. And mines are getting a rework in the next update. Well, that's good for my mine builds. Supermod unlock charged mines. Charge your weapon until they detonate. Oh, I bet that's good for the pulse one. All right. Well, that was an extended first look at Nova Drift. A lot of fun learning about this game, and I'm definitely going to be playing it some more in the future as I get better. Big shout out to Fishy41 for not only joining and following for the first time, but also for providing a lot of guidance on how to play the game. I learned a lot, and now I'm a believer in the Railgun build. So thanks for hanging out and coaching me and giving me tips. I greatly appreciate it. Before we jump off for the day, let's see who's online to raid. Oh. The homie Pomeroy is currently streaming, so let's go raid them. So we'll go to the outro and go raid Pom. I'll be posting the schedule for next week on Twitter tomorrow. I haven't figured out quite what I'm doing on stream next week, but we'll definitely be looking at more stuff. Probably get back to Vampire Survivors if that update drops, but we'll be mixing this game in too as well, because I want to get better at it. Oh, we'll go to the outro. And get ready to raid. Thanks again for hanging out, folks, and I will catch you in the next stream.